rules. I'll continue the 50 streak today. Go for a few hours. Should be pushing past 100 next stream then. Win or lose on this one. If I lose, I'll do early rounds on 50. No type, no phrase. Won the classics. It's chest though. It's the it's probably the worst dojo, I feel. The early bird rest combination is interesting, but dojo dojo isn't really it. I'm skipping this song. I'm willing to take Marowak. Jolteon 4 is a pretty nice one. The absolute speed and the King's Rock is not irrelevant either. Jolteon Marowak is a little bit weird in terms of the slight waste on the double electric immunity, but it can work. Oh yeah, it is in Gen 3. We got Blaziken 3. It's probably the team. Never mind, it's not the team. Suicune with a double electric immune. I'm a little bit vulnerable to Sceptile. I'm thinking about what to lead. I don't want to lead Suicune. It's tricky. I don't want to lead Jolteon because of Dugtrio. I don't want to lead Blaziken because I don't have a great switch in and I won't know whether or not Endure is correct on turn 1. I guess I could lead Suicune. It might be the least bad option. No, Jolteon's good. It's fine. I'm not complaining about Jolteon. The draft is definitely too strong to take Doji and Rhydon. Perhaps I do lead Jolteon though, like the Dugtrio thing is fine, and I can switch Suicune into Earthquakes. Lead Jolteon with the full intention of switching out. I'm not going whack. I'm not going that weak to water. I think Blaziken has to come. I think I am genuinely a bit concerned about Sceptile if Blaziken's not on the team. I know. Gen 3 whack is better than Gen 4 whack, but the problems of Gen 4 whack do remain, which I've written extensively about in the past. It's a big gamble. I'm not taking whack. I don't want to lose to Quick Claw. I don't want to lose to Quick Claw. Much rather take Pokemon that can shrug off a hit. RT, it is of course level 50. Gotta remember that. No, phrase does push it a bit more towards RT1, RT2 as well, perhaps. I feel like high risk is really quite likely to get activated. Well, the major question is whether or not I go to Blaziken here. I don't really want to get Icy Winded. That feels pretty bad. I don't want to give Articuno 2 time to use Double Team. Just thinking about Suicune. Thinking about Suicune being potentially frozen. It's probably worth the risk. I can definitely lead off with T-Bolt, and if it's not Articuno 2, then perhaps I go Suicune. Even if I get crit, I think that's fine. I would trade Jolteon's life for +6 evasion. Okay. That does reveal RT3, which probably is a Suicune moment. It does have Facade. I would be fully setting up. Wait, who was that? That wasn't you, was it? It wasn't Wildcat. I know Wildcat was live a few hours ago. Got their name. Okay. They're aiming their camera at the yes. That kind of tells me. That kind of tells me everything I need to know. I think it was pretty high quality. Okay, cool. Freeze me. Unlucky. It should still throw in a few random protects until it does the double. I should have quite a lot of time here. The timing on this might be a bit awkward. I might want to throw in a dive just to lose a bit more Ace PP. If it uses Protect, it uses Protect. It's not too bad for me. Okay, so because it failed that Protect, it's guaranteed to go for 1 this turn. I'm up +5, so aerial ace is guaranteed the +1 now. I think I'm going to Toxic Protect, Double Team Protect Dive. I don't want to be around for Ice Beam, even when I'm at +6 evasion. I don't want to be messing around with that too much. Aerial Ace is very likely to beat Protect. I don't know, I don't think I really want to be underwater. That's annoying. So it was a high risk Articuno because of Facade. High risk at Endurance. I'm just very aware of Registeel 4 potential. I'm wondering if I should just go straight to Blaziken or not. Reggie 4 is going to double team, of course. It's going to double team or T-Wave. Perhaps it's Jolteon. I feel like it's Blaziken. Go Marowak. Wouldn't be bad right now. Okay. It must be 6. I'm wondering how much I value being absolutely full HP. Elixir still has level 50 singles. And now I'll go back to Suicune. Double Specialist Excellent Elixir. It's unlikely I'll need a lot of dives for the last mon. It could be Scarm. It's probably going to be dealt with by Suicune though. I half want Superpower to hit. Might be quite close if I kill or not. I don't mind killing at only +1. A little bit cognizant of the fact that missing 4 dives into +3 evasion is not that unlikely. If dive was a regular attack, I could go to +3 pretty safely, but I don't know if I really want to activate Psych Up. +2 versus +3, it's only a 10% difference in terms of my ability to dodge. And Suicune's PP can sometimes be fairly important. Blastoise. Blastoise 1, okay. This is very likely to be the Suicune 2 show. In almost every game. Yeah, Suicune 2 is very, very good. Just, don't want to be mindless of it. Yeah, same hint. The mighty Registeel 6, Blastoise 1. It was Protect Articuno. But Articuno dramatically falls off with the IV advantage gone. I've been hearing about you. I feel like seeing Emma a lot. Harry. Harry's a bit of an interesting one in terms of Suicune. Of course, it's not high risk. Quite likely to be Harry 2 or 4. A little bit scared of being statused. I don't really want to be paralyzed, although I would rather be paralyzed than anything else, I guess, on Suicune. I'm pretty sure it's always Suicune. Because even if Hariyama crits cross chop, I've got Protect. I think it's totally fine. I've got Protect Dive. Not too worried about Hariyama 2. Hariyama 4 would be a bit more annoying because it could go for the crit Earthquake, which would annoy me more. Think a little bit about the high risk ones. They're less likely, but they can happen. Quick Claw is better than Scope Lens, I feel. For me. And Hariyama 1 is going to waste a lot of time. I'm not scared of that. I'll have to respect Guts, of course. It is the crit Earthquake. It probably is Harry 4. Indeed it is. So I can dive here. It's not great to dive against 3 if it does Quick Claw, but I am much more likely to live cross-chop crit from 4 if I dive first. It becomes a little bit interesting what to do on turn 5 then, though. If it is a cross-chop on the final PP. Suicune dying isn't terrible. I could also potentially go Jolteon. Jolteon survives a cross-chop, I'm sure. I can go Jolteon and T-Bolt, and then it's in double dive range. I could also just double team Protect. It's a little bit vulnerable to being crit on this exact turn. Perhaps better than all of that, though, is to go actually go Blaziken. Just a tiny bit worried about not being crit. Tiny bit worried about Harima Free being a possible one. Although it activates high risk, there's no reason why Harima Free can't crit cost drop, of course. I think I'm going Blaziken. Marowak 1 taps 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I know. The problem Marowak has is that you can get very far behind very quickly. Missing Earthquake, being outsped. These are bad ideas. We did get crit, that's fine. That is leftovers, and it's a cross-chop PP down. I think a little bit about the correct ordering. I don't think I'm ever diving early. Quite a lot of Gen 3 sets are fairly generic, which makes Gen 3 a bit easier to play. Because you can just sort of assume that the water type is special. I want to be absolutely certain it's not free. So I do not want to activate Guts Facade. It hasn't used Facade at all yet. I'm gonna keep some Protect PP. It's incredibly likely that it is 4. It did get 2 crits. I think... Don't like Jolt 4. I mean, I think you're slightly underestimating how bulky Jolteon is. Anyway. The disaster scenario feels like it is toxic, I think. Okay, it is Hariyama. Hariyama 4. Bit of a weird scenario is, do I value the toxic PP more than the dive PP? It probably makes absolutely no difference. There are some pressure mirrors where I would rather have dive, I guess. There's also the question of whether or not I want to be underwater for the next mon. Probably not. I think I'm probably biased towards being able to toxic. I often feel like this with Suicune. It's a little bit fast to feel like the underwater player is correct, unlike Fly on Scarm. I did miss. That's fine. The struggle crit won't do much. I think because I've missed, I am now going to dive it. Are you going to fisher me? It wasn't high risk carry. Oh, it's not high risk. No, they're both double edge fissure. Okay, that makes it a lot safer. It's good to know the final one isn't ground, I guess. Star me last. I will play properly. Stubby 9. El Clasico. I would normally not be opposed to taking Starmie 5. I don't think it's going on this team, though. This is a pretty good team. Psychic. That is quite suggestive of Latties. I don't want to completely dismiss Light Screen Recover. If I swap out, I'm a tiny bit worried about Metagross. If I swap out. With Jolteon, I should be very safe into most of these. Jolteon and Blaziken indeed as well. I'm too fast to be scared of most of these. Yeah, this Suicune got outcompeted by Tentacle 2. It is what it is. It's the survival of the fittest. The mighty Gen 4 Tentacle 2 has no adversary. Slowbro's a bit of a weird lead. I'm a tiny bit concerned about Slowbro 4, which unfortunately is a special bulk one. I'm wondering if it's just Suicune time again. I'm a little bit scared of Calm Mind if I switch, I guess. Like, I'd have to miss quite a few dives to be in real trouble. But it does scare me a bit that they can Calm Mind Yawn. Tentacle 2 does beat Suicune 2 from Gen 3, it's true. It is undeniably true. Jolteon's probably pretty good in this game, but I think the Switch on average is very good, but Switch against Calm Mind could backfire quite badly. I'm going to take the less variance. I'll put it in. It's dead? Okay. Well, it wasn't Slowbo 1. Yeah, Moby are quite diverse, I feel. That's an interesting that's an interesting Pokemon to send out second. Mr. Psychic Specialist. Okay. It can't be Zatu 2. I don't think this matters. I'm never taking a Zatu. Don't want to mess around with Confuse Ray either. Gramble last. Let's see. Potentially Quick Claw could be annoying. Suicune kind of destroys this as well. Mega Kick. They all would have killed with Mega Kick. Probably best to go Suicune first because of Gramble. Oh no, it doesn't really matter. Is it time for some true Suicune bullying? I am glad I can't run into Suicune myself, actually. Blaziken 3 is actually pretty good against water as well. I'm sticking. It's pretty unlikely to be Slowking 2. I think I would want to switch into Suicune against every other set. Am I underestimating the annoyance of Psychic Special Defense drops by going Suicune? I might be a bit. If I immediately get a drop, that would be rough. 3 and 4 quite likely to surf. Well, 3 will Earthquake, of course. It's a little bit tricky to get Jolteon back in, particularly if Psychic runs out of PP. So I need to commit to a line either way. On the other hand, I'm really likely to kill. Suicune likes two things. It likes to set up, but it also likes me to be ahead, so it knows how to allocate its PP properly. Slowking 1. Slowking 1 is kind of weak. I can probably set up Suicune. The immediate drop. That is annoying. It's not annoying because Slowking's going to beat Suicune. It's annoying because it kind of ruins the idea of getting double team set up. So what I could do, I could protect, dive, protect. It's unlikely the Brick Break damage into Blaziken would matter. Pretty unlikely, but it is a bit. Thanks for the sub, Cheap. Thank you for subscribing. I appreciate it. It might be. Well, whether or not I'm staying in. And getting boosts up. I do want to run out of Psychic either way. I don't think I'm at any risk of crit killing it with dive. Yeah. Or perhaps I let Brick Break hit Jolteon. Like I'm at 80. It's an awkward point for Jolteon because I will survive special attacks at 80. Quite a lot of stab special attacks. Blaziken taking damage is usually completely fine. It might even be a good thing later. It's hard to know. It is a water spec. I'm leaning towards Blaziken taking the Brick Break. It could also not attack on this turn. Okay. Oh, 1 second. The Protect PP is fairly important, so I'm hoping that I don't need to use it to get back up to full. Okay. Once again, do I want to be underwater? I don't think so. It could easily be a water absorb water coming in. I'll dive. Rapidash. At least you don't have Horn Drill. Worst case scenario, definitely being burned. 1 or 2 burning me. It's not 2 though. Item clause. And it's not 4. 1 is going to protect. I think I'm just going to use Toxic. It puts me so far ahead. The last one is a water type. I'll have Jolteon and Blaziken for it. Even if Rapidash follows up with a Flamethrower burn, I'm gonna probably get a Toxic off as well onto the final water. Could also just go die, but it's not good into 1 or 3 because of Protect and Sunny Day respectively. Okay. I don't want to be asleep. There might be no way of dodging it. Okay. I would have liked more turns of Sun for the water, but it's fine. I think I'm always Toxicking. I think Golduck 2 is fine. Golduck 2 will be spamming Psych Up anyway. And I can waste all of its cross chop and serve PB. And then Jolteon would just have to hit a single Thunderbolt. Yeah, I think I'm fine on Jolteon. Golduck too. We got another underwater win. Slow and steady. Okay. It was Slowking 1. I just want to properly consider Rapidash 3. I don't think I'm taking it, but I'm sort of properly considering it as an alternative to Blaziken. A little bit more of a direct answer into waters, but a lot of waters have other coverage attacks, and it's slow and steady next. And there's only 2 matches after that. I don't think so. No, I do not want to swap. It's Lexi again. Lexi showed up yesterday and sent out a Latios in the back. It was Latios 3. Lexi is an underrated entry line of want to see a scary Pokemon. Okay, Jinx does explain slow and steady. So Jinx 1, 2, and 3 are all slow and steady as it could also be 4. 4 has Lovely Kiss as well. But 1, 2, and 3 most likely. I'm not worried about 1. I'm a little bit worried about 2, particularly if I decide to switch. I'm leaning towards Bite because of 2. So Bite, T-Bolt, same for 3 really. They have identical bulk. I'm with you in the dark. Yeah, I'm gonna bite T-Bolt. Okay. Immediate fake out. So it's Lovely Kiss or Ice Beam now. I'm very strongly considering going Suicune, obviously. If it got, I don't think I'm ever going to be in trouble. Actually, not with pressure. I'm not upset about that. Probably do have to PP stall all Lovely Kisses out of. I think it's gone, right? Just don't want to be asleep for the next Pokemon. It is gone. Slow and Steady, I'm not feeling being underwater for Slow and Steady. I think I'm very likely to surface on dive and then get T-waved for my troubles. Let's waste 2 double teams. I want to have Protect as an option as well. Okay, Sceptile. I don't want to be underwater. I don't think it would have worked against Sceptile because Sceptile is faster, but most Pokemon I'd be faster than with Suicune. So they would just hit me off the dive on the first turn. Sceptile scares me slightly. I think I'm going to go for the immediate Toxic. It is a little bit of downside against Sceptile too. But I need to get this paralyzed. Not paralyzed. I need to get this poisoned. Okay. We both miss. I'm slower, which makes Protect quite a good idea, I feel. Because I would fail it. Okay, it's gone for Leech twice, that's fine. That's fine. Okay. That's fine, though. I wanted to try and dodge that. I'm thinking about whether or not I switch now. It's going to Aerial Ace guaranteed. So it was Jinx. Jinx Sceptile. It's quite a good chance I can Toxic the last one. But do I want Suicune to just be healthy? Bum bum bum. Bum bum. What I could do, I guess, I could Protect and then go Jolteon potentially. I don't know. If I switch out, I'm a bit more vulnerable to Leaf Blade. Leaf Blade's only got a chance. I don't know. I'm not sure if I should go Blaziken or not. Basically, Blaziken getting leeched would also be not what I want. Let's give it another turn. I think I should go Jolteon. Just go Jolteon and Thunderbolt. It's a bit unlucky that it did Leaf Blade on that turn. I'm wondering I should go Blaziken now. Because the Overgrow Blade would do major damage. Thinking if it's an Overgrow crit into Blaziken, I'm wondering if that's a good or a bad thing. Okay. Just thinking about why I wouldn't want to just immediately T-Wave. Can't think of any reason. It could be focus banding on Earthquake, but I think that's completely fine. It's not free anyway. I could probably just Thunderbolt. It was Jinx 1. It was Jinx 1, so it could be Typhlosion 4. The problem with T-Bolt is I give Typhlosion 1 Blaze. And I can't endure because Typhlosion 1 could smoke screen. And Typhlosion 1 has a focus band. Is a problem for Suicune potentially. I'm wondering if I should go Suicune first. I'm feeling like it is just Blaziken. It has to get so lucky at this point to win. Okay. Lexi didn't have a scary Pokemon this time. I guess Sceptile, tiny bit scary. Kind of offset by the fact that Jinx did nothing, though. I could dramatically change the team by bringing Sceptile 1 on. Go stool based with a primary game plan of being able to Toxic or Leech. I'm a tiny bit worried about some nonsense like Vileplume 2 though then. Vileplume 2 is slow and steady, I think, but it could appear on the next match. Although Blaziken has done nothing, that is mostly because Suicune's been carrying so hard. So it's Credilli, but it's no phrase. I'm very, very, very strongly considering going Suicune. It's quite unlikely to be Credilli 4, but if it is Credilli 4, that would be horrible. The mid-ground play would be going Blaziken. If Toxic hits Blaziken, it's not good, but it's probably the least bad outcome. I would then be able to Earthquake Overheat and not worry about the ability to kill it, probably. Potentially double Earthquake. Credilli 1, I'd just destroy it. It wouldn't matter what I did against Credilli 1, I would always win. Credilli 2, I would obviously want to switch out. Credilli 3, it doesn't really matter what I do on the early turns against Credilli 3, because I'm probably going Blaziken. It's Credilli 2 and 4. By Credilli 2 I want to switch. Credilli 4 I don't want to switch, but against both of them, it's okay to go Blaziken. It would only be bad if Credilli 2 crit Earthquake, which admittedly would be pretty bad. But I would then get a Suicune set up. And Credilli 4, what I can do is I can Earthquake Reversal, probably. I'm fairly often against Credilli 4, I think Blaziken might be going down, or almost going down. However, it's a grass rock lead. The chance of Blaziken having a good type matchup later are lower. Leaning towards Blaziken. Okay against 2. Good against 4. And then 3 and 1 don't really matter. Okay. I guess an additional point here is that Ancient Power could get an Omni boost. I think that's fine. It can't miss. That's the important thing. It can't miss. I shouldn't talk about these things. I feel like I manifest them. It's Flygon. It can be a Bright Powder one. It's probably a bit more likely to be a Bright Powder one than a Scope Lens one. Oh, no, it is a 50-50 split on the high risk. I think The worst case scenario would be Flygon 1, but I would still Flygon 1 out of Earthquake PP quite easily if it does Bright Powder the reversal. I don't want to mess around with 3 and 4 high crit moves against Suicune. What I could do, which is kind of cute, is I could Endure again. It wastes a PP, and it tells you what Flygon is. And none of Flygon's moves have a secondary effect that would matter. Even if Steel Wing got a defense boost, I would still kill with reversal. Flygon obviously can't burn Blaziken. Yeah, I can just Endure here. I think that's probably best. Let's see what it is. I guess, yeah. Okay, it's Flygon 1. Although Suicune can handle Flygon 1, I would not want to switch into an Earthquake crit to save Blaziken. I think I'm just going to go for the reversal. Okay. It's Mr. Slowbro last. So the worst case scenario by far would be Slowbro 4. It would have to Quick Claw here really to win. It also kind of needs to crit Jolteon. And it would have to get so many misses on Toxic. Maybe... Yeah, well... I don't want to switch if it's Slowbro 2 though. Okay. The classic. Slowbro 4 got the Quick Claw. If we hit Dive early, it's over though. It is just completely over. There's no reason to not use Protect and waste a Psychic PP. Okay, I'm pretty sure it's over. It immediately gets the drop. Does that make the Jolteon switch a little bit more tempting? I'm definitely protecting here. I want the damage. I think the fact that it has to Quick Claw crit Jolteon means that I probably don't want to take damage on Jolteon. To be honest, it also has to crit Suicune. And it has to... It's a little bit awkward to dive against Quick Claw, but it's... On average, it does buy me an additional turn. I think it's better than Double Team. Okay, we don't get the funny Quick Claw when we're underwater. No crit there. This feels like it's pretty over. Because even if it crits right now, it's going to die to Toxic. We should have used Dive, so we had the underwater win again, actually. Normal. Impossible to predict. Unfortunately, that means Curse. Means Curse of Elec. I'm hoping it's Clef 1, but I think more likely than Clef 1 is Curse Lax, which is not a good lead for Jolteon. I'm quite seriously thinking about Flygon. Flygon for Jolteon. Just because it's physical. It actually could also be Blissey 2. Blissey 2 is substitute. Yeah, I don't think it's Slowbro 4. I don't think it's Credilli 2, but it might be Flygon 1 for Jolteon. I'm a tiny bit vulnerable to waters. There'll only be one water on the enemy team. And Flygon Blaziken are kind of fake weak into water. They're both too fast most of the time. I'd be a bit worried about if Suicune went out of action and it was a Lati set. I would at least have Endure Reversal into most of them, though. I think I would actually win. Flygon is obviously faster than them. I am leaning towards taking the Flygon, though. I think the biggest realistic worry here is Curslax. It was definitely Flygon 1, right? It used Facade. Yep. I feel better about having Flygon on the team. That's amazing news. That's amazing news. Immediate Clefable. It's obviously incredibly likely to be Clefable 1, which activates Impossible to predict on its own with Metronome. Metronome, follow me. It could be Clefairy. Not impossible. Very unlikely, not impossible. I'm wondering if I should just go Suicune. I think I should go Suicune. Out of respect for a potential Clefable 3. And it's still a normal type in the back. I still might need Flygon. Double Team. Incredibly likely it's Clef 1. Now, do I want to mess around with potential Metronome? I don't think so. I would like to kill it while Reflect is not up. I definitely want a single Double Team. It makes me a bit safer. Metronome Fury attack, that's fine with me. But that's impossible to predict out of the way. It can, of course, be more impossible to predict in the back. I think I'm going to Toxic. Have a quick look at the Reflect AI. I know I'm a special type. Yeah, do I just wait for it? Once it's below 50, it won't do it. The problem is that 2 dives won't put it below 50. Mag 4. Okay. We're putting out the physical ground moves. Because it has leftovers, the duration on Reflect can't last too long past its death. It has to reflect above 50. And if it does that, it's only going to be 3 turns left by the time Suicune is switching out. I don't want to dive, so I don't want to reduce the time it has on Reflect. Okay. I could dive here. I don't think I'm going to, though. I don't want to be underwater. I'm actually considering switching out. I am that afraid of immunity curse Snorlax. I still have I have Blaziken as a switch in. It would be a bad idea against everything else. I think I'm staying. I'll burn a Toxic. Jump kick, okay. Okay, that's good news. That's good news. That is not Snorlax. It's also impossible to predict. I don't think... I mean, Miltank 1 and 4 are Endurance. Obviously, Clef is also Endurance. Just think about flexibly adaptable not being the quote. I think it's very unlikely I'd be activating that. I guess Miltank 1 is actually high risk and endurance. And Miltank 4 partially activates high risk. Okay, that actually does help me then. It definitely makes me want to use Toxic even more. Now, what I could be doing by using Toxic is activating Facade, but Miltank 1 is Facade. No, I'm actually fine. It's Earthquake, yeah. Okay. So I want to do an early dive or a very late one. I think an early dive is simpler for just to keep the reversal chance in mind. So Miltank 3 was high risk endurance. So this isn't a high risk Moltres. Moltres 1 is Lum, but Moltres 1 is going to Aerial Ace spam. Oh no, it also has Raw. But I still want a Toxic here, I think. Moltres 3 would be much better for me. Okay. Wondering what I should do. I'm thinking just Facade. It's Facade or go back to Suicune. I think I'm going to go back to Suicune. It can't be wrong. Landing Toxic is game over. I might want to dive, though. Just because dive double Facade will kill this. No reason to use an inaccurate move. It's over. Blah, 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 blah. 46. I'm going to keep going. I just need to take a quick break. Okay. Oh, we have a Nolander. I like to think Noland is a Gen 4 factory trainer trapped in Gen 3. No clear favourites. And no style. I would like to not do too many swaps before Nolander. But we'll see if that's possible. I actually quite like Electabuzz 3. Although Electabuzz does suck, it is a fast one. Okay. I mean, it's an Earthquake button, but I'm hoping I don't take Nidoking. Okay. I might be taking Nidoking. Oh dear. Is it fine for the classic? Save me the end of the draft. Electabuzzer can do a good lead impression. Golduck is actually quite good compared to the rest of these. I'm manifesting, I don't know, Salamence, Metagross. How about Suicune? How about Suicune 1? How about, manifesting Latios 1. Okay, that's actually pretty good. Well above average. Bit of a weird team. What I don't like about this is how slow I might end up being in the back. Obviously, I think my team is good enough that I leave Nidoking behind. I'm a little bit worried about enemies with high special bulk. Maybe I bring me Nidoking. I want to cope that this draft is good enough to work without it. The buzzer, the duck, and the big blob of ice. Bum, bum. What I'm thinking about is what I want to lead. Thanks, Zeus. My intuition is to go towards the electrically, the standard, low volatility, known switch out. I mean, Golduck also can totally work in the lead slot. I think I'm leaning quite hard towards Buzzer. If a good flyer, like if Aero 2, for example, came along, I think I'd rather drop the duck than the buzzer. I don't like my fast T-Bolter being in the back feels better, but I think I do need to lead the buzzer. I don't hate leading Regice as well. It's just the fact that against some sets, I won't know whether or not counter is a viable click. And quite a few Pokemon have random fighting coverage. Oh, I'm feeling a little bit... maybe I should take Nidoking, you know. I could take Nidoking over Regice. Like, there genuinely is. There's such a massive difference between the minus speed nature Regice sets and the neutrals, because base 66 at 66 speed. So if you're neutral, you're 70. If you are minus speed, of course, you lose 10% and go to 63. In other words, Regice is slower than everything that isn't very slow. God, it's so Gen 3 coded, but maybe I just take the Earthquake. If I take Nidoking, I think I'd rather lead Golduck, though. Regice is really nice against free IV special enemies, but the thing is, even against those, I'm switching in. I get leftovers chip, yes, but I'm switching in and I'm two-shotting most of them. Right, welcome to the team, Nidoking. This is a pretty dumb team. Unfortunately, these kind of offensive teams are the hardest to play. They're definitely the highest skill check. The having a good stall team is much easier. I think I have to do it this way around. I'm a little bit scared of grasses again, because this is not a sludge bomb set. I have to believe in the buzzer. The 65 power fire punch. Tired of living. Magmar. It's not actually an amazing matchup for Golduck. I'll one-shot 2 and 3, but 2 can quick claw me. That said, I can't switch. Oh, it just about lived. It must be 4. Yikes. Probably do have to stay in. There's no way I can bring Buzzer in on a potential Werelord 4 Earthquake. I don't need to beat this. I just need to put it in bolt range, which probably should be Surf. There's the chance of Warlord 2. I need to think a little bit about Warlord 2. If it's Warlord 2, I'll have to go straight out. Against Warlord 2, I would also want to surf, though. I think it's always surf. Warlord 1 with Icy Wind, anyway. Okay. Or not. I'm strongly considering switching. It might be better to switch next turn, though. Warlord 1 is sassy. Thinking about the HP where Golduck is still useful. Of course, Electabuzz being at -1 speed for the final one might mean I'm forced out, which isn't ideal. But I do have a Lum for Body Slam. Okay. I'm glad I had Lum. Okay. That should be very good because Golduck is faster, but I'm a tiny bit worried about Heracross 4. Yeah, I'm a little bit worried about Heracross 4. The Hacks Heracross sets 1 and 3. I'm not worried about 3. Because I've got Aerial Ace. 1 is very uninteractive though. It's just if Focus Bander happens enough, it happens enough. That's just what happens. The best thing I can do is play around 4, which is to Thunderbolt instead of Fire Punch. Did not do very much. That is probably... I don't know, is that Heracross 2? It did static. It therefore doesn't... Okay, it's Lum. That's fine. Hera 2, I'm thinking about Hera 2 over Mr. Nidoking. It really is a question of how much I value the Stab Earthquake, pretty much, against the better item, better speed, and arguably better typing. I think I quite like ditching Nidoking. I kind of wish it was Heracross 4 though. That'd be much better. If I take that Heracross 2, I'm going to have to hit a Megahorn, though. It seems almost unavoidable. Take the Heracross, he won't let you down. We believe in the Megahorn. We believe in the Megahorn. It's the increased speed over Nidoking. They have got very similar bulk. I think the temporary high risk quote I would rather hold on to Nidoking. Oh well, that you been dead. Usually do level 100s, yeah. You like Tyranitar. You like Suicune 6. I think Tyranitar is an interesting Pokemon because I think it is quite firmly biased towards the player. I think it's pretty good at 31 IVs, and I think 3 IV T-Tar is not as scary as people think it is. Heracrod. Heracrod. What have you got for me, Claire? High risk Flareon. It's probably Flareon 4. Flareon 3 and 4, both for double high risk. I'm a little bit worried about Endure Flail, admittedly. Perhaps I Aerial Ace first. Aerial Ace, not a great idea into Flareon 2. Pretty sure Flareon 4 doesn't have Broken Sun. No, it does. It does. It has Broken Sun. So Flareon 4 will Sunny Day. I'd probably just stay. I probably just double surf. It's fine. Yes, of course. And now you Quick Claw attract, even though you are 12.5% female Flareon. Golduck, I would like you to crit surf. Okay. Just don't Quick Claw me. Bum, bum, bum. Jolteon. It still has to be high risk. Oh, where did Nidoking go? Joggers. Knowing that there's no fire, knowing that the electric type has come out, I think perhaps Golduck can die here. And that's fine. Heracrod and Electabuzz would never choke the ending. You can be my saint. Fish for the Ice Beam. It is true that Jolteon free wouldn't kill me. Fish for the freeze on Jolteon 2 and 3. Why not? It's not a good idea to switch to Heracross. What is my ability? No. Switching to Heracross would be a bad idea. The worst case scenario here, definitely Jolteon 1. But Jolteon 1 has to, like, super hacks me after Golduck faints. I'm fast, so it's Jolteon 2 or 3. Okay, Jolteon 3. Do I want to go for the Scope Lens Surf Crit? It doesn't really matter. I think Golduck's kind of cooked. Because I'm not going Electabuzz here. Oh, that's a little bit rough, actually. Bum ba 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 bum bum bum. Go, Heracrod. I could potentially be very greedy and try and bulk up, but it can easily T-Wave me. It can also crit T-Bolt. And it could get a Bright Powder. Yeah, I should have used bulk up. Yo, ooh, and you crit me as well. Okay, Electabuzz. Don't miss. That's RT last. Actually not great news. I'm going to be vulnerable to being frozen and crit here. Permaban me if we lose. It's RT4, that's fine. It actually had to be high risk, it had to be 3 or 4. Jolteon 3 has never done so much. Not on the enemy team. Okay. It's a little bit scary. I would like Nidoking back, actually. Golduck is pretty good, actually. It is underrated. Particularly with speed investment. Being a fast water type is worth something. Surviving. Let's ride it out. That's a bit of an awkward matchup for Golduck. Do I just switch? Problem is Vaporeon 1 is Modest Mystic Water. Vaporeon 1 can kill Electabuzz with Double Surf. I was half thinking about Attract then. I could just stay in and cross chop. The HP on Golduck is fairly important. It's probably Electabuzz and then Heracross if Electabuzz dies. Just knowing that the lead is a water. There's no type spec. It is possible there's another water in the back, it's just not that likely. Okay. I hope it's free. I now hope it's 4. Okay. It is free-spirited, so that was obviously prep. And then Baton Pass and Rest are both endurance. I'm pretty sure I'm staying in. I'm just... I'm pretty sure I'm staying in. I think switching is foolish. Only a fool would switch. Well, that's banned slacking. I wonder if that's on the team, assuming we win. Intuitively, it feels like I should double bulk up, double Earthquake. Yeah, this thing is scary. What's nice about stacking free is that it's one of the Pokemon which is better when the player uses it. It's one of the rare double agents on your side. That Earthquake did 33, which means a crit Earthquake can definitely kill me. I've got 2 bulk ups. I think I should probably just Earthquake twice now. Kill this. Heracross healthy, Golduck full health. +2 attack. Oh, Charrier last. Okay. Definitely can be any set. It's female. We can use Attract. It's probably better to use Megahorn. The damage might matter for Ice Beam. I'm a bit worried about Altaria 3 using Dragon Dance here. As long as I don't miss Megahorn, I won't lose to it, of course. Crit Megahorn, crit it, go on. Okay, that's fine. We are Swarm, so we mega kill this as long as we hit. Easy. Golduck is also faster. Oh man, stacking. Stacking over Golduck. We are shredding the 31 IV draft Pokemon though. I'm a bit nervous about that. Normal. I'm giving up my fast water. I could give up Heracrot. Heracrot a little bit unreliable, to put it mildly. I think we're always keeping Electabuzz. It's not great into normal, but I think I need it for Noland. Still in my bullet. Long day. Bum, 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 bum. I'm leaning more towards getting rid of Heracrot. I'm leaning more towards getting rid of Heracrot because, unfortunately, I do like Heracross too. I think it's a cool Pokemon with the HP speed investment. However, the this move can miss. Maybe you want to quit while we're ahead in terms of Megahorn accuracy ratio. And we maintain the 31 IVs on the others. I mean, Golduck for Electabuzz 3 are not not great. There's a decent chance Nolan genuinely has a better team than me. Run, 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 run. Jalen. Bramble. Fortunately, it's a free-spirited Gramble, which slightly raises the chance of 1 and 4, which are both bad news. 1 will T-Wave Mega Kick. 4 is just going to Mega Kick. Slacking free. Oh. There's a chance it's free. It can't be 2. 2 is high risk. There's a chance it's free. I think I'd be quite upset if this is Gramble 4. I'd be quite upset by staying in. I'd lose Golduck, and I'd be forced to go Electabuzz because I don't want to kill this on a Truant turn. I'm considering going Slaking and Brick Breaking. It's not good into Gramble 1 if it is going to full Paralyze though. Come on, Mr. Slacking. It is banned. At least when we're low on HP, if it is a setup Pokemon, it won't set up too much. Ursa. I might want to get out of here. It can't be high risk Ursa. My gut feeling is actually maybe going Electabuzz. If I go Electabuzz, I'm pretty much locked into the Golduck 1v1 at the end, though. Which Golduck is very likely to win, but yeah, it could easily be an electric. Just saying. If I let Slacking die here, which it is very likely to do. If Slacking dies, I probably do have to go Golduck. I probably do have to hit Cross Chop. I don't know how I feel about that. Maybe I would surf. I would probably surf first. Surf Cross Chop, because Surf T-Bat will kill a lot of the Ursaring sets as well, but I don't know. On the other hand, if I go Electabuzz and it is a Quick Claw Ursaring, and they Quick Claw Slacking, God, that would be bad. Just saying. Just think about Ursaring free. I think I'm always fine. Love remains. Okay. It could be one. I would be rather fucked into Quick Claw here. It's more likely to be 5 because of the high risk thing. Okay. Probably is a Golduck 1v1. Yep. I'm probably always staying in. What scares me a bit is that Salamon's 6 is going to Dragon Dance. Very, very likely. I think 5 and 6 will both Dragon Dance, actually. Potentially 4 as well. This Slacking is max defense. I might want to switch. The problem with switching is if it's 7 or 8, Dragonclaw will two-shot. Also, if they Dragon Dance and I switch, I can also be lost to that. They could easily crit Golduck the following turn. It's ugly. 3, 4, 5, 6. I speed tie them, but 4, 5, and 6 are very likely to Dragon Dance. Obviously, it can't be 4 and 5 if it was Urswing 1, because that would be high risk. Actually, it was Urswing 1 because it was Gramble 4, which is Choice Band. So it was Gramble 4, Urswing 1. So it's not a high risk Salamence. So it's not Salamence 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's 1, 6, 7, 8. And honestly, if 6 uses Dragon Dance, that's the least scary one. But I would want to switch against Salamence 6. But 8, 7 and 8, it would be game losing to switch. I would lose. I've got to stay in. One, I would rather not switch. 7 and 8, I definitely don't want to switch. 6, it's slightly better to switch just because of the Ice Beam roll. But actually, I'm quite likely to get off 2 Brick Breaks. It's actually probably better to stay in against 6 as well. Okay. Okay, and it killed. That is 7 or 8. So they win with a crit Dragonclaw. Also, 8 could attract. Yeah, I can't do anything though. It's a bit more likely to be 7. Because there was no attract. Salamence 7 and 8 are quite serious considerations for the team. They're slower than Electabuzz, but they have better typing. They have Intimidate. This is a tough decision. I'm not sure what to take. Golduck and Electabuzz have a very similar performance. I think I would keep Buzz. I'd probably run a lead Salamence. It is high risk, okay. I don't know how I feel about losing my water. It might be correct to drop stacking. This is tough. This is tough. Let's take the best Pokemon for the worst Pokemon. Let's get rid of Golduck. Hold him back. I dive below to surf. Epic. Okay, so are we Brick Break or Attract? We're Brick Break. Unfortunately, high risk Swampert, a little bit of a problem. Right into an Ice Beam Pokemon, I know. Golduck would have been pretty good here, but even with Golduck, I would have been a bit nervous of Counter Coat. Let him hit me, stay. I'm thinking about going slacking. Okay, don't freeze me. It's a good start, actually. So, counter or mirror coat. I don't have time to go back and forth, really. Because Swampert is not going to see Earthquake as strongest move after being intimidated. It's going to surf. I think I have to Earthquake. That is the literal worst start. Swampert free. And it bit counter over surf. And slacking is a physical type. It's not likely. Dragon Claw is apparently guaranteed. I'll believe it. Because I had 166 on stacking. Miltank. All Miltank sets are high risk. I have Lum for T-Rave. I'm staying in. Okay. No leftovers. And it did quite a lot. I feel like it's Miltank free. So what do I do here? Do I Flamethrower into Dragonclaw? I don't want to let it endure reversal. Or do I just crunch? And I can switch to Buzz on Endure. Switch back. It's now intimidated. I do like this song. I think what I'm going to do is crunch. Is Flamethrower just strictly better? I think I'm always putting it in Endure range either way. I might possibly be able to kill with Dragonclaw. I would live Shadow Ball and Max Reversal. Max Reversal is only slightly stronger than Shadow Ball. It's 80 versus 100 effective power. I don't want to risk that. It's fine. It's going to endure. Reversal checks typing, right? Money. What's rough about this is if Endure doesn't get the +1, and I mean, what's really rough about this is the simple fact that Electabuzz is slower at +1. Perhaps I just Dragonclaw, because it has the crit reversal at -1 for sure. I don't want the Flamethrower. Give it Salac, and then it has 2 chances to crit. I think it's better to give it 1 chance to crit. The alternative would be switching out again. Yeah. 1 chance to crit. Better than 2 chances to crit. It is actually better to Dragonclaw, I feel. The problem is it can reversal here. It can reversal, and the damage into Electabuzz is meaningful. Crit would kill Electabuzz. And if I switch in and out again, Sediments could be switching into reversal. It has to crit right now. Interesting. It's already high risk. Okay, no miss. Miss would have been horrendous. Do I want Swampert free? Oh. Is Swampert free essentially better? Slacking. Yeah. Slacking for Swampert feels like a real option. I'm a little bit vulnerable into grass types, but it's the chance of Noland having a good grass type is not high. I have got Fire Punch on Electabuzz. Yeah, I think Swampert. It's Noland after this battle. I think I'd rather have Swampert for Noland. At the Ivy disadvantage, counter becomes a better move. And it'll be in the back. I might be overvaluing Electabuzz, because I could just go free IV. I want the speed. Swampert is a lot slower than Slacking, but that's alright. This should be over soon enough. Okay. That definitely feels like a Swampert switch. It is no phrase. It's a bit more likely to be Aero 1, since that's not high risk. What kind of sucks about this is that Rock'em flying, particularly flying, like maybe I want Electabuzz to deal with Aero actually. It's just, the speed tie scares me. And it's, I did say it was more likely to be Aero 1. Okay. That's actually banned damage. No boost. Swampert at 105. Decent chance of being useful later. 125, even better. God. There are actually 3 sets with Magical Leaf. But Mence and Buzz do not want to come into a Psychic. It was Aero 2. So, no high risk. Basically, no Destiny Bond possible. It's guard 1 to 4 or 8. Which actually means there's a 60% chance-ish of Magical Leaf. Switching against 2, not a fantastic idea. What about guard 4? I mean, guard 4 is okay as long as I don't miss it. I would rather stay in against guard 4, of course, same as guard 2. How likely is Swampert going to be useful in the final matchup? Psychic Rock Flying, gone. I might need to counter a big normal. Bum, 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 bum. I'm leaning towards going Buzz. Guard 2 does scare me a bit if I do that, though. As long as I can hit, as long as I can hit 1 T-bolt, I'll get it below 70. Mence would not be much better against Guard 2. Guard 2 is double prep, though. Prep is not desperately common. Impossible. I'm leaning towards Buzz. Okay, good. Crit, not so good, but, yeah, crit. Looks like modest damage. I don't think Guard 1 ever does that much with Magical Leaf. So it's 3 or 8. Hopefully it's 3. Hopefully. Okay. It kind of sucks that I don't get Intimidate on the last Pokemon for free, but this isn't bad. Jolteon. Should always win with Swampert. Jolteon 4, the only potential loss line there. Definitely no. I guess Flamethrower. Yeah, I guess Flamethrower is better to burn it. There's no point Dragon Clawing twice, because Flamethrower Dragon Claw will kill the no bulk ones, and Jolteon freeze never dying to 2 Dragon Claws anyway. Okay, it's slower. I'm pretty sure that's Jolteon 2. It's potentially interesting with it might be guard free. It's guard 3 or 8. Guard 3 might be a bit interesting. It's a bit slow at 3 IVs though. Like, because it's Noland, it's not outspeeding Latias at 116. Latias are at 130. It was banned Aero. That is very tempting. Banned Aero does something dramatically different to Swampert. I could also just lead it. I'm pretty weak to ice if I do that. I get rid of Swampert. It might be Electabuzz out for Aero. Aero and Electabuzz, they speed tie. They're the same speed. It's kind of a like for like on the swap. The thing that's not like for like is the fact that Aero hits way harder. A bit nervous about leading Aero over Mence. A bit vulnerable to some of the Intimidate matchups. Oh, I'm really feeling the Aero over the Electabuzz. I am a little bit weak to ice. Doing attacks is classic. I don't like Buzz. I think particularly actually when I've lost the IV advantage into Noland, I think Buzz gets even worse. I also feel a bit better about having a physical attacker on the back instead of a special attacker. This does mean that I go full 3 IVs. It could be guard free. I don't think I'd take it. Let's take Aero. Bring it on. Oh, that's a lead. That's a lead that makes me pause. There's a good chunk of them have Dragon or Ice. At least there is no Latias, which is faster and has Dragon or Ice. I probably have to stay in for this. I probably have to stay in. I really hope it's not Latias 1. I might have to. I might have to rely on Claw Ice Beam then, which I don't trust. Latias check indeed. How do I feel about losing Mr. It's horrendous to switch. If I switch Swampert into a Dragon move, into a Dragon Claw, Jesus. Why did I get rid of Electabuzz? Oh well. There were some good things that could happen on this turn. Latias 5 could T-Wave my Lumberry. That would be a good turn one. I'd actually be very happy to see Latias 8. I would switch to Aero probably if it was Latias 8. As long as I hit the Dragon Claw. I think I'm staying. You know what? How about you crit Salamence? How about that? That would be a good idea. How about you just crit? It's 4. Reflect is potentially quite scary though. Am I brick breaking that next turn perhaps? I don't like brick breaking it now. The Mist Ball special attack drop into Leftovers healing. I'd be unable to kill it probably. Oh, I really hope Swampert is usable in this game. Because I probably can't go Aero if Salamence dies soon. Unless I can get the Brick Break off. Yeah, quite rare Reflect there. It's 80% for -2. Okay. Temptation to switch Rising. It's not Rock 4. That's Leftovers. Temptation to switch is so high here. I'm sort of half thinking about double teaming Curse. I don't think it's actually too bad. Double team would probably be the scarier one of the two. Do I want a Brick Break though? I guess I... Because Surf is not great into Regirock 3. And 6. I'm not that scared of 6, I'm a little bit scared of 3. I think I'm gonna try and keep Salamence alive, it's very fast. Oh no, I can't safely counter that. Obviously it's very likely to curse again. I think I need to try and kill this with 2 Surfs. The AI should throw this fairly often. It should be stuck on curse rest nonsense. Even if I don't kill. That's okay. Okay. So 82 damage, obviously it's very likely earthquaking again, which is not bad. I would like to kill this so I can intimidate the final Pokemon. Well. How often do I want to switch here? Because living Quick Claw Earthquake sounds like a real thing. Just South Go. It's just the Golem. What could go wrong? It would never Quick Claw Earthquake and then go nuts with Quick Claw Rock Slide. The upside of switching is very high. Switching Salamence into the Earthquake. It could be Golem 2, which wouldn't be ideal, but even if it was Golem 2, I'd be pretty likely to hit enough attacks. Worst thing about switching, I guess, would be Double Edge from Golem 4. Earthquake me. Earthquake me. Oh my god, okay. Do I Flamethrower? Because the damage isn't that important. I guess I probably want a Dragon Claw. In case Swampert gets crit. Quick Claw crit by Earthquake. I might want to switch, though. The problem with switching is that if Swampert gets hit by -1 Rock Slide, it's then going to be in -1 Earthquake range. I'm Dragon Clawing, I think. Okay. It now has the Quick Claw crit everything. Surely that wouldn't happen. Please. Okay. Jesus. What happened here? You almost mega cheesed me with Golem. You villain. Golduck did a good job. It's true. I don't have much longer I can stream. Perhaps I play 100 doubles? 100 doubles for a round? A 100 doubles is cursed. It's alright, I'm allowed to be cursed, it's not a big streak. I need to restart. That is not the right streak. I need to restart twice. Picasso. I would like to play this with the caveman team. Caveman. Also, Dublin Tim is funny. Into this is actually random AI. What do I want to bring on the It's probably Scepter. Golduck has got some screen time. Xatu for 3 earthquakes. True. I mean, Xatu 4 is not unusable. It's alright, we don't have to think as much with this team. I choose you. There's something not my name. Random AI would never Thunder Punch Hyrule Gyarados here. I'm wondering if I should respectfully double-edged Breloom. I would never miss twice. I always believed in Tauros. I would never double target a slot because I was worried about it. It's a good thing Alakazam is targeting Tauros and not Gyarados this turn. I surrender. Quite right. I'm the winner. I totally forgot my swap count. I can't remember what the goal was. I think I'm probably not swapping because of that. It's fine. Round 9 isn't real. It's fine. Round 9 is a long way off. What's a high risk? How could I ever lose? Collect a Gabriel. This will be easy. I'm upset about the lack of Earthquake opportunities. That's an easy miss. My belly drum was too weak. Quite right. Water high risk. That's not very original. Send out Tentacle 4. And Lantern 4. Boo. Is Golduck ever dead to Frustration Earthquake? Maybe. Ooh, it's gonna be close. It's gonna be close. I believe. We're 20 swaps. No cheating. No help. No helping streamer. I must pay for my lackadaisical attitude. I'd never miss. Easy. Grass. No phrase. But I have Sceptile 4. You fool. What are you going to do? Send out Breloom? Breloom doesn't exist. Invalid run. True. I'll have to reset after this game. Heracross and Ludicolo. Ludicolo is lucky that he has no slow and steady partners. Now the AI, this is well established, the AI never plays Heracross 4 perfectly, and after double Intimidate, it wouldn't even matter. I'm not scared. I might Dragon Dance because I'm a tiny bit scared. The classic, the Guts activation. 1 Meganium. Double Intimidate is pretty funny. Flying type. I don't really want to run into Settlements. And because I don't want to, it won't show up. Yeah, easy. Xatu is upset that I didn't take him. I think is that the third or the second Skarmory 4 Quick Claw this round? Water, high risk, how incredibly original. I mimic Pokemon after every battle. That's concerning. Are you Ditto from Pokemon Pocopia? In disguise. I've seen through the disguise. It's over. Now, that's a double Earthquake opportunity. The skunky Pokemon person with Gen 4. If I lose, I pretend I am a Miltank. So are you going to say moo? Why not just say moo? What does he say if he wins? We'll never know. Water type, high risk. How incredibly original. I'm guessing the chance of Swampert is very high. We could take Lapras simply so we have a swap. We stopped for today. I have to end stream soonish. I didn't have time for another complicated singles round. Besides, I do need to get to Smart AI on level 100. Oh no. Tentacle has countered us. It's over. And now it white hubs both intimidates off. It's a cheater. Generation 3 cheater. I'm a bit worried about random AI overheating to Taurus here. Luckily, it would never do that. Don't crit, don't crit, don't crit, don't crit. Okay. No one turn battle. That's a shame. Yeah, Houndoom is definitely a double agent. Far better on the enemy team than it is on yours. At least Houndoom has better accuracy than Megahorn Heracross. Okay, I do have to go. Let's see if there's anyone to raid. Is no one live? Does anyone want to go live? You've got like 2 minutes. Wow, there's only one person playing Platinum. Is everyone gonna, you know, when the Platinum Kaiser comes out, is everyone gonna be streaming under Platinum? Or will they stream under the Pokemon tag? What did people do for Emerald and Run and Bun? Emerald Kaiser and Run and Bun. Did they stream under Emerald? Does anyone know? They'll probably go under Platinum. Yeah. I'll look forward to that. A lot of them do play on the newest game. A lot of the biggest streamers do it, yeah. Unfortunately, if I stream on the newest game, I'm I'm at like the bottom of the second page or something. Under Pokopia. I feel like Pokopia was fun. Anyway, I'm gonna watch a Pokopia video later today when I go to bed, probably. It's so comfy. Cool. See you later, guys.